All right. All right. So today I want to go through an article about the rock cycle. I'm going to read it out for you and then I have some discussion questions. When I get to the discussion questions, I'm going to read the question out and you can pause the video and kind of think about how you would answer that question. And then if you play the video, I will say the answer and you can kind of check your answer. I'll say those directions again when I come to the questions. So rocks and the rock cycle. Rocks are solid materials that consist of one or more minerals or other substances. Geologists are scientists that study Earth's history through rocks and rock formations. They are able to classify rocks and group them according to their texture and mineral composition. These two factors also provide clues to the processes that form the rocks. There are three types of rocks. Igneous rock is formed from the cooling and hardening of magma or lava. Igneous rocks are used for constructing monuments and statues, as well as for building materials used in homes and other buildings. There are two types of igneous rock. Intrusive igneous rock forms from magma that hardens beneath Earth's surface. This type of igneous rock typically cools very slowly, which allows large crystals to grow. Granite is a type of intrusive igneous rock. Extrusive igneous rock forms from lava that has erupted and cooled on Earth's surface. This type of igneous rock typically cools much more rapidly than intrusive igneous rock, which only allows small or no crystals to grow. Obsidian is a type of extrusive igneous rock. Sedimentary rock is formed from the compacting and cementing of small solid pieces of material called sediments. These sediments form from the weathering, erosion, and deposition of all types of rocks or the remains of living things. Sedimentary rocks make up a very small percentage of Earth's crust, only about 5%. Sedimentary rocks are used for manufacturing chalk, cement, and bricks. Limestone is a type of sedimentary rock. Metamorphic rock is formed from the extreme heat and pressure. These types of rocks are able to form from the extreme heat of magma within the earth. They can also be formed from the intense pressure deep under the Earth's surface or from the collisions of tectonic plates. Metamorphic rocks are used for building materials, artwork, roofing, and railroad ballasts. Marble is a type of metamorphic rock. The rock cycle is the process in which rocks are created, changed, destroyed, and formed again. All rocks begin as igneous rocks formed from the magma or lava, but are able to change due to the processes that take place on Earth. The rock cycle is never ending, and the same rock will go through it indefinitely in many ways over millions of years. Now we have some questions here. I'll zoom in a little bit. Here we go. So remember, as I'm going through these, pause the video and then think about how you would answer. And then play again and check to see if you're right. So the first one here, how are sediments formed? A, from cooled magma. B, from weathered rocks and organic remains. C, from heat and pressure. Or D, from the remains of plants and animals millions of years ago. All right, hopefully you've thought about it just a little bit and you have an answer. And the answer for this one is actually B, from weathered rocks and organic remains. Remember, A, from cool magma, that would be igneous rock. From heat and pressure, that would be metamorphic rock. So we have rocks and organic remains that could form these sediments. Number 2, the process that changed rocks over time is called the A, rock circle, B, rock cycle, C, rock formation, or D, rock metamorphosis? All right, so in the last kind of little bit that we read in that article there, it tells us the answer for this. And the answer is B, the rock cycle. Number 3, which type of rock would be characterized by layers that have built up on the crust for many years and have been cemented together? A, extrusive igneous. B, intrusive igneous. C, sedimentary. Or D, metamorphic? All right, so if you thought about this for a little bit and your answer is C, you are correct. So the rock that's characterized by layers that have built up and are cemented together are sedimentary rocks. Okay, we did talk about compaction and cementation as being a key thing for sedimentary rocks, right? Little pieces are coming together and kind of being glued together to make up sedimentary rock. Number 4. What is needed for a metamorphic rock to form? A, heat. B, pressure. C, only pressure. Or D, heat and pressure? All right, so when we talked about metamorphic rock, we had 2 things that were very important, and those were heat and pressure, so the answer is D. Number 5, true or false? Igneous rocks are considered the beginning of the rock cycle because they start as liquid magma. Is that A, true, or B, false? All right, so if you had true, you are correct. I know we talked about there's no really beginning or end in the rock cycle or in a cycle, in any cycle, because it just keeps going round and round. But in our article here, because these questions are pertaining to the article, they stated that rocks start off as liquid magma or lava. So they kind of start off as igneous rocks. Number 6, a person who studies rocks is known as a... And 2, if you forget, you can always rewind the video and try and find it out in the article. But a person who studies rocks is known as a geologist. Number 7, extrusive igneous rock is characterized by magma that has cooled rapidly. So extrusive is when that lava, extrusive, and it's not actually magma, they have it wrong there. So lava. Extrusive igneous rock is characterized by lava that has cooled rapidly, quickly, because of the air being exposed to the air. So this word right here is supposed to be lava. Because once it's on the outside of Earth's surface, it's lava. 8, rocks can be classified by blank and mineral composition. Starts with a T. Texture. So rocks can be classified by texture and mineral composition. Number 9, pumice is one of the few rocks that can float in water because it has large air pockets as it formed from liquid magma. It would be classified as a or an blank rock. Looks like it's forming from liquid magma. So that makes it An igneous rock. And the last thing here, fill in the missing parts of the simplified rock cycle below with the different classifications of rocks. So, if we have liquid rock and it cools, it would be what type of rock? Igneous. If we have that rock break down into pieces and then come together again and kind of be glued together, what type of rock would that be? Sedimentary. And if we put that rock, sedimentary rock, under a lot of heat and pressure, what type of rock would it be? Metamorphic. All right, nice job, you guys. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, let me know. We are going to actually have our tests on rocks and minerals next week before the semester ends. Have a good day.